What's up, everyone? Welcome back to this special hour. We're here with episode, this is 42, right? Now, damn it, now I'm turning into Donovan where I don't remember the episode number. I think it's 42.
It's 42.
See, that's how you know the podcast is doing well, is the fact that we've reached the point where we've lost track of where we even are. As always, I am here with my co-host, MrDean44
Yeah, hi there, it's Donovan. This time, yeah, I if you told me, or if you asked me what the number was, I wouldn't even remember. We have another reoccurring guest on this episode, and we have, once again, IvanAvi. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Am I the first guest you've invited back?
No, so the previous episode, we had SF Productions on again, so you just missed the cut.
No,
I know.
God, by one episode.
Is there anything you want to say to SF right now, just to like speak your mind?
May the best man win.
Okay.
I guess he got me.
He will be dealt with.
Yeah, that's a nice little reference to the last episode, if anyone gets that. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Star Fox. I think this is the closest we've ever been to not being totally out of the loop with one of these like real-time conversations. Like by the time this episode airs, it should be within a week of the Star Fox Direct, which isn't like usually we'll be talking about a new announcement like 2 weeks after it happens, and it's super like pointless at that point. But
yeah, can we thank Miyamoto for just randomly hacking Nintendo's Twitter and just saying, hey guys, I got a new Star Fox game. No, Miyamoto, you're supposed to announce the Zelda remake. Oh, no.
Yeah, they just like randomly shadow dropped it. It was great. But before we get into that though, we always have to start off with the pleasantries. We don't like to skip the pleasantries on the special hour. So what have y'all been up to over the past week or so? Has there been anything interesting in the lives of Donovan and IvanAvi?
School's done, and I've finally been regressing back to my gamer form. So I've been playing some games again.
You finally been going back into hibernation.
Yeah. I'm gonna get scoliosis. My spine is starting to curve again. It's great. Haven't touched grass ever since. I'm relaxing now, and I have a lot of summer to look forward to. Ivan, what have you been doing?
Well, I mean, one day just kind of bleeds into the next for me most of the time. It's get up, take care of child, go to bed, try to fit in some YouTube writing here and there. So that's kind of been my life. Trying really hard to get this video finished before the Star Fox game comes out.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Mr. Dean?
Well, much like you, Donovan, my semester wrapped up. So now I'm also entering into my gamer cocoon for the summer. I mean, obviously that's hyperbole. I'm doing other stuff too, but it definitely feels good to finally kind of wrap the semester up. And this is going to be my first summer living on my own also, which is hype. Because previously I would normally live on campus for the semester, go back home for the summer, but this time I still am on my lease, so I'm still here. So it's gonna be exciting to be able to be on my own.
So you have your own. You just have the dorm to yourself.
Well, I have a roommate, but yeah, why? What were you insinuating, Donovan? What were you?
Oh yeah. I was gonna take a flight to Texas, but now that you said you had a roommate, well.
I mean, I can kick him out.
Oh, perfect. The plans are still on. Anyways,
oh my God.
Other than the pleasantries, we also do a thing on this podcast, a certain title that we gave it. It's called Special Selects. It's something that we do. Apparently,
it is something we do. Yeah.
So Ivan, have you been playing any games recently? When we had you on the podcast, we actually didn't have special selects, but now
this was before special selects.
How exciting!
You can have your special selects for this week.
I have been playing Tamagotchi Life, and Tamagotchi Life. And also I threw in a playthrough of Dark Souls in there somewhere.
Oh.
wait, you know what? Do you want to have a quick conversation about Tamagotchi Life, since I don't think we've really talked about it on the podcast since it came out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Because Tamagotchi Life is definitely on my list.
Yeah, I still haven't played it, but I'll let y'all two kind of talk about it.
I love it. I think I've come to the decision that I like the original better.
Ooh, why is that?
Maybe it's just because I'm a bit more of an adult, jaded now, but there's just like the original, the way I remember it is like it was truly so unpredictable and whimsical. And there was all kinds of creative stuff you could do. And the new one adds more of that, but it also has taken away and kind of stripped back some of it. And I've also found the me interactions to be kind of cookie cutter. You see a lot of the same ones over and over again.
I will admit there are some interactions that just play over and over again, and unfortunately I've had to press the skip button sometimes because I'm like, okay, here we go again. But like 2 days ago, I found like a couple brand new interactions, and some of them led to some crushes, and they came out of completely left field. So there are some parts where, even 20 hours in, I'm still getting new surprises, and I'm definitely not near the quote-unquote end game, if you can even call it that. I don't even know how you get to the credits. How do you get to the credits? I forget how you get to the credits.
You can get to the credits.
What's the final boss of Tomodachi?
Yeah.
A trip to space. It's actually very similar to Pocopia's ending.
Well, I guess what I love about Living the Dream is that there's just an unprecedented amount of just freedom.
Yeah.
Zero censorship. It's so hilarious. I plan on, in like 2 days, gathering just one friend. I've had a couple friends take a look at my island, but I'm gonna get one friend over to my house. Has no idea what Tomodachi Life is, so he's gonna be going into this experience completely blind, looking at the chaos that I have developed, and I hope that we'll together make some truly beautiful things.
I've been surprised to see it kind of popping up on YouTube and stuff. Like, it's kind of reached a larger audience than I would have expected it to, because it really feels niche and like...
What's very interesting is that in my architecture studio, I whip out the Switch to start playing Tomodachi Life, and like...
Damn, that is a flex if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't trying to. But 2 desks away from me in my same like studio group row, some of my friends, they were just emulating it on their PC. So, I mean, even though, they didn't buy the game is still reaching a wide audience. And these are people I would not expect to be playing video games. So this game has some crazy reach, even with the piracy community. But damn, I love to see this game reaching so many people.
Me too. It really makes me happy. Yeah.
But that's probably all I can contribute to the Tomodachi Life discussion at the moment.
I made it on Donovan's island, apparently.
Yeah,
He was showing me. So,
he's in love with a certain someone.
Yeah.
Is it Funky Kong?
Great idea. I should add
exactly.
Funky Kong next. I've been going hog wild on the face paint. I get really in tune with that. Another great feature of Living the Dream.
Yeah.
So Ivan, you said you also been playing Dark Souls?
Yeah, I played through. I beat Dark Souls 1 for the first time.
And how was that? Did you rage quit at all? Was the masochistic adventure everything you wanted it to be?
I'm not a rage quitter, which is not a good thing, because I just get angrier and angrier and don't stop until I beat it. And so I don't hit that point where it's like, okay, I need to stop because I'm mad.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably not the best way to play the game.
I hear Dark Souls 1 is very unforgiving. There's a lot more beginner-friendly Dark Souls if I were to first play.
Everyone will tell you something different about those games, man. In my opinion, Dark Souls 1 is the easiest, and Dark Souls 2 is the hardest, and also probably the worst of them.
Is Dark Souls 1 one of the ones that got remastered?
Yeah, it has the remastered edition. I played it on my Switch.
Is that one of those cases where the remaster adds like quality of life stuff that kind of makes it more not easier, but makes it more accessible?
It's been so long since I played the like original on the PS3. It's more of like a graphical, and like maybe the UI has been fixed a little. But I think it's a fairly faithful remaster. Like it doesn't change too much.
Gotcha. Well, Donovan, what have you been playing over the past week?
Other than Tomodachi, you're gonna be so happy. I finally finished Hades 2. It was a long, egregious road. I finished it. It is definitely in my top 5 games of all time.
Yeah, it better fucking be.
Yeah, it better be. It is such a good game. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Even after I beat the game, there's a post game. So technically, I'm not even finished. But I'm gonna call it quits there. Maybe I'll pick up the post game another time. But even when I finish the game, there's still so much to do, so much new content to dive into, so much like character arcs, character interactions. It's just such a joy. I have zero complaints.
Dude, Donovan, you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is I'm pretty sure when you first started playing Hades 2 was closer to our first episode with Ivan than where we are right now.
My god. Hey, these roguelites, it can be very long.
Well, evidently, yeah.
So I've been playing another playthrough of Super Mario Brothers Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Meetup in Bell Park. Okay.
It's a great time.
I've been playing it with a group of friends, my brother and myself. I'm currently at World 5, so I'm almost done with the game, and I'm also playing all the, the extra stuff, like the Koopalings and Bell Park, so I'm getting basically the full 2026 rerun of the game. Definitive way to play the game according to Nintendo. And yeah, I would say it is the definitive way to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I've been playing with friends. I think my biggest complaint is the pacing. Because, oh my god, why do they talk so much? Is this a Mario RPG? Why are there so many text boxes? That's
what I've been saying about Wonder.
There's so much. It's ridiculous. I did not remember this much talking, and it low-key gets worse with Meetup in Belleville Park because there's more content, which means more talking. And my friends and I, we were like, oh my god, shut up, please. I remember one of my friends who, these two people have not played the game before, and they've heard things about the game, and they're like, yeah, this is like an acid trip. But in like a fun way. I will still say that the multiplayer, we all missed the sort of kinetic action you get with the new Super Mario Brothers games where you can just hop on each other and kill each other. But with Mario Wonder, you still get that cooperative action. You could still kill each other, albeit a little bit harder. I will still say Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I think, is just a much more thoughtful, more just full experience compared to the new Super Mario Bros. Games. And yeah, I can understand why I thought, and so many other reviewers thought, that it lived up to the magic and the sort of secrets and the wonder of the original Mario 2D platformers. Like, I don't understand why. We were having a discussion with SF after the podcast. One of you guys, you were saying like how forgetful the level design was. I went into Wonder on this new playthrough, remembering where certain secrets are, how certain scenarios played out. I remembered specific Wonder effects. So I don't understand how the level design is forgetful, because this is probably one of the most memorable 2D Mario experiences. And I'll still say that the courses are full of life. They have so many secrets, and they force interaction. Which some people might think, it's a little bit worse when it gets in your way and it forces you to interact with these certain flowers or get these wonder seeds. But it's really thoughtful, and it makes me think about the courses way more than just blazing through them, which I still like blazing through courses in like the new Super Mario Brothers games. But I do appreciate the more intricate, quote unquote, intricate design of the courses in Mario Wonder.
Yeah, I say that's something where maybe next time we have SF on the podcast, we can have a debate about the Wonder level design, because we, like you said, we were kind of talking about that off air, but I do think it'd be fun to like revisit that topic in the future.
Okay, but you have to invite me back first. He beat me to second guess.
Okay. You're right. It's only fair we yeah, or we could just have both of you on the same episode.
We could fight it out for top billing. Who gets top billing? Sorry, SF. I don't even know who you are. I own Logra.
Ooh, damn. He doesn't even know USF.
I haven't seen the last
SF, what are you going to say about that? What are you going to say about that?
Of course, Ivan's punching down on these small creators. God.
He is a small creator.
I've been a YouTuber for 3 years. It's about time I had some beef.
he only has like, what, 40 times our subscriber counts?
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God.
small. So tiny.
I'm so, yeah, I take back everything I said. Everything.
It's like bowing down. Yeah, was there anything else, Donovan?
Yeah, I finished that Star Wars show, Maul Shadow Lord. It was hype and aura moments. It was like action figures clinging, like smashing together, but I did enjoy that. Pew pew pew. Yeah, it was still pretty cool. Solid 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, Mr. Dean.
So literally like the past few days right before recording this, very random, I've been playing F-Zero GX, which is a really good game. I've definitely become an F-Zero fan over the past few years, and then now I finally can say I've played every mainline F-Zero game. I still haven't finished GX. Like the thing about that game is it has a story mode, so I'm still kind of working my way through that, but GX is so much fun. It takes like so many of the elements of X that were already so intriguing, and the level or the course design is really cool. The visuals are such an improvement over X because the game still runs well, but like now the backgrounds have so much more detail because in F-Zero X it was mainly just like these voids that you were looking at. Kind of going back and forth over whether I prefer playing it or F-Zero 99. I think it's going to kind of come down to how much. What's so funny, Donovan? F-Zero 99 is a good game.
F-Zero 9. I consider F-Zero 99 to be a mainline.
Well, it is,
quote unquote, F-Zero game.
Yeah, well, in its peak too. It's like it's on. I'm being so dead ass. It's one of the most fun Switch games. Like I'm being serious. Ivan, have you ever played GX?
I've not played GX. I've played F-Zero X though.
Which F-Zero X is also good.
It is good.
It's a good game.
I was
too.
actually really surprised by how good it was. I played it for the first time this year.
It's really cool because F-Zero X, I believe, is the only Nintendo 64 game to run at 60 FPS.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, well, it's part of the reason why is because they lowered the visual fidelity so much in order to both get the game to run at 60 FPS and to have 24 racer. I think it's 24 in X. Because if they had a higher visual fidelity, they would have had to sacrifice one of those two things. Anyway, we don't have to get into a whole F-Zero tangent. It's really good. Honestly, I would argue it's like one of the most consistent Nintendo franchises. Like the only F-Zero game I'm not very fond of is Maximum Velocity, and even that one I can still appreciate for what the role it played as like a Game Boy Advance launch title. And it's still like it's not a bad game, it's just not one I ever really want to come back to. Also, before we get into the main topic, this is really embarrassing. You know how we have that text channel for asking us questions, right, Donovan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which recently we haven't really been answering questions on the show just because the channel has been a little bit inactive. But I saw this like a month ago. Blu-ray asked a question and we completely forgot to answer it on the show. So why not just go ahead and do that now before we even get into the rest of the
question?
And before I even read the question, if anyone has any questions for us, I promise we'll answer in the future on time. It could be Nintendo, gaming related, whatever you want, as long as it's within reason. So Blu-ray, who is a friend of the channel, asked, "Do you like Nintendo leaks?" And he specifically notified real ones. Which this is also, maybe it's a good thing that we saved this. Yeah, it's good that we saved this question. It was actually on purpose, Blu-ray, because we were waiting to do it for this episode. But yeah, what are y'all's thoughts on Nintendo leaks?
I hate them. I think there's no upside to leaking because either it turns out not to be true and everyone's disappointed that we didn't get the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake for the Nintendo Switch 2, or they do turn out to be true. And that landmark announcement, everyone's just like, oh yeah, kind of happened with the Star Fox. I mean, the Star Fox thing was still such a surprise. But can you imagine if the first thing we heard about that was the Nintendo Today notification that said...
Yeah, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah,
I would. What the fuck?
But that's just my grumpy take on it.
No, I'm going to be honest, I completely agree with you. I think, like, honestly, regardless of whether it's real or fake, I've never seen a leak and been happier that I had it leaked than I would have been otherwise.
Yeah,
it's like, I'd rather just like let these announcements come organically. I mean, I guess maybe some people maybe like being able to see leaks because it makes them feel kind of like an insider, and like if they trust the leaker enough, they're kind of planning the purchase in advance. I don't know. For the way I consume games, I just prefer finding things out whenever Nintendo or whatever the company is announces it. Like you were saying with this Star Fox situation, they basically shadow dropped this Star Fox Direct like 20 minutes before it happened.
Yeah.
That would have been such a, I mean, it already was a cool moment because no one was expecting the Direct. It would have been an even cooler moment if they didn't leak it. It's kind of like whenever Star Fox was in the Mario Galaxy movie and Nintendo
Still a bizarre
revealed.
decision. Yeah.
Why would they do that?
It still baffles me that they did that. But they like revealed that Fox was going to be in the movie a week before. I remember if I was in the theater whenever that movie came out and I didn't know beforehand, I would have actually gone apeshit.
Yeah, me too.
If Fox just appeared. But because they announced it, I was just like, oh yeah, there's Fox. And it's even though that's not leaking because they announced it themselves, it's the same kind of thing where it devalues the experience of actually, seeing whatever the announcement is.
I agree. The leaks just ruin the fun of the actual announcement. Unfortunately, I'm like too in tuned with the leaks to avoid them. They're just everywhere. Nintendo has a leaking problem for sure.
Donovan's too virgin coded.
Yeah, I'm too. What's the saying? What's the word? I'm like chronically online. So. Yeah, I can't escape the leaks. So the way I've been like looking at Nintendo Directs for like the past few years, I've been like, all right, are the leaks real? Let's see if they match up.
If you want to know how chronically online Donovan is, whenever the Star Fox Direct got announced by Nintendo, he texted me about it like 5 seconds after the notification.
To be fair, I didn't even know it was happening until someone else in my Discord server texted me.
So what you're saying is everyone is chronically online. Just everyone.
Yes, not just me.
Okay.
Dragging everyone down. But yeah, leaks kind of suck. I wish they would go away, but since they're already out there, I just treat them as the actual announcement because sometimes these leakers are pretty accurate, and with Nate the Hate's opinions, I basically treat them as like 90% confirmation.
Yeah,
because he is mostly right, and yeah, that's kind of cool, but also he kind of that's a bit of a spoiler.
That's a good question, though, and it is really funny that we decided to answer it on the show where we
saved
are
it for here.
talking about something that was leaked. Yeah. All right, so do you guys want to talk about some Star Fox?
Yes.
Yay! You mean Star Fox 64 4?
Yeah. Okay. This is also something that's funny. Is I was like, while you guys were talking about Tomodachi Life, I was looking at the special hour Discord, and in the main chat, also Blu-ray, he said, like, this is March 27th. He said, Nate the Hate just said a new Star Fox is coming in summer this year too, lol. And Donovan replied, I believe it. Star Fox 64 3D HD 4K.
No, wait, I said that? There was a joke.
came true, buddy. Hope you're excited.
When we were talking about the leaks a couple weeks ago, I did say, well, I was quoting from Nate the Hate that it would be a classic return to form. We didn't mean that.
No, like literally
a return to form.
I can't say I'm surprised about it.
I was watching the Direct. I laughed out loud when he said it's a reimagining of Star Fox 64 with better visuals or something like that. And I laughed so hard. I'm like, no way they're doing this again.
Yeah.
Again. And I came away positive.
Oh yeah, me too.
But to the start, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, no, like, once again, there was kind of a part of it where it was like, no way they're doing this again. But also, like, I'm not shocked because, I mean, the past 20 years, everything Star Fox related has been 64.
Yeah.
So, in some way, shape, or form. Sorry, Ivan, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you going to say?
I think I was going to say it was an emotional roller coaster watching that Direct for the first time.
It was.
It was.
So what aspect do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the character models? Do you want to talk, like, what are we hitting first? So whenever the models were first shown, like whenever you saw the R-Wing fly by and everything, I remember I texted Donovan like immediately, and I was like, what the fuck is what is that?
Those designs were contributing to my burst of laughter. I was like, whoa, okay. Interesting.
Well, so like I said, it was an emotional roller coaster because I was sitting at my computer. My wife was laying on the bed and I was typing up a script for my next Star Fox video. I just happened to be looking at my phone and I saw a Nintendo Today app or notification. I swiped it away because I'm used to doing that. But in the periphery of my vision, I saw the word Star Fox in there. So I like frantically pulled it back down, scrambled to turn the TV on, and then it started. And he was like, I was so excited. And he said, Star Fox is based on Star Fox 64. And I was like, no way. No, this is a joke.
Miyamoto, no.
And then
Koizumi, no.
And then, yep, sure enough, it's a reimagining of Star Fox 64. So I'm processing that. And then the character designs are shown.
Dude.
I have to process that. Dude. To be totally clear, I'm 100% on board with everything about this. Like, I am all out shilling for it. I have no notes.
Like for the character designs?
For the character designs, for the fact that it's a remake, for everything that they've shown about it, I'm totally on board. But I understand why it's I don't want to say controversial, maybe just a little bit divisive.
I don't hate the characters. I think it's going to be like a Donkey Kong situation where everyone's going to be crying about it when the game releases and everyone's going to like it. I think I'm for these character designs. I think some of them actually look pretty good. I think Pigma looks disgusting. Like, that man does not wipe, and I love that. Falco is so chopped. He is so chopped, and I love it. That guy needs to be put down a peg.
Out of all of them, Falco is the one that stuck out to me the most.
Yeah, they turned Falco into like a Discord mod.
He looks like a chud, and his legs. Oh my god! What is he gonna look like in the next Smash Bros?
I agree that I definitely don't think that, like, they've grown on me a little bit. Mm-hmm. I still prefer the way they normally look, but I don't hate it, and I definitely can see the possibility of it being something that grows on me. The difference between this and like the Donkey Kong redesign is I immediately was on board, but like the first time I saw Donkey Kong, I was like, oh, I like that. With this one, once again, I'm not being closed-minded. Maybe it will grow. And the one thing I do like, I was listening to Kit and Krista's conversation. I think that they mentioned, was it? Okay, there was some channel I was listening to. I forgot who it was, but they were talking about how this game is so far looking to be a little bit like more mature in terms of the aesthetic and the vibe. So with them going for that, it does kind of make sense that they're going for the more realistic, animal-y look. So I think in concept, I'm not bothered by them doing something new. Some of the characters are definitely executed better than others, for sure. Like, I think Slippy Toad and Peppy Hair looked fine to me. Fox is the one that's not as, like, I'm not as opposed to it as maybe I was the first second I saw him appear. Falco, I don't know about Falco, but
man.
They've all grown on it. Like, and I didn't have a negative reaction to them. It was just such a shock to see these characters that are so well established, so totally transformed. More than the designs themselves, I just really love that they did it at all. I really appreciate them trying to do something new. And like you said, if they're going for a more mature, serious tone, I think these may end up kind of going over well. It depends on the quality of the game.
This game looks to be a showcase for what the Switch 2 can do, and I think it's also targeting the Western audience because, you know, us Americans love our gritty realism, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's definitely a factor in this new art direction.
And that's why I was saying that I'm open-minded to the characters growing on me once I actually play the game. Like, there 100% is a world where I play the game and by the end of it, I'm like, you know what? I see why they did that. I like it. It's really going to take me experiencing the game to, you know, make my decision. The one thing with the character models that was really funny, this is another thing that they're doing with this game, is it's time for VTubers, everyone.
Yes!
Woo! You guys will never see my face again.
I can justify my Nintendo Switch 2 camera purchase.
I know, that's what I said. You'll never see my face again. I can just be Peppy now. It's all I've ever wanted.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I do remember hearing this from a different podcast. It might have been from Nate the Hate. I think his co-host, Modern Vintage Gamer, was like, you know, for the next Star Fox game, you know, shits and giggles, they should use the camera for, you know, the comms. and you are Fox, and that would be really funny. And I agreed. I thought that would be a cool feature, and they did it.
I know.
So unnecessary. No one's gonna use this except for me.
No, people are definitely going to use it, and I will say the concept of it is genius, like for sure. Like that, if there's any use for the webcam in a Nintendo like mainline game like Star Fox, this is such a brilliant way to do it. The execution is a little iffy.
I would have to see it more in action. Like I know he demonstrated but it's gonna look so different when it's on like that choppy frame rate and. You know.
Yeah. It's no. I think you're totally right. I just remember whenever I was watching the direct and he was showcasing it, I was like, oh, that looks. It was just like whenever they first unveiled Game Chat for the Switch 2, and they were showing it with like the 5 FPS, and I was like, well, this looks like shit. Like, so there's definitely a case where once we play the game, it probably will maybe work better in the actual game, and maybe it depends on the webcam's positioning and like the angle, all that. I don't know. There's probably other factors with that. I'm definitely not going to act like I'm an expert on facial recognition with the Switch 2 webcam. I have no idea. Either way, the concept behind it's really cool. That's one of my favorite elements. I mean, just the online capability of this game. Granted, it looks like, unless if there's going to be more than what they showed us, there's like 3 different like maps.
What is with Nintendo and green energy crystals? Stop.
Yeah, it looks like there's like 3 different modes, each tied to one level or something like that. But I mean, either way, like we were talking about on a previous episode of like ideas that we would want for a new Star Fox game. Somehow that's something that completely slipped my mind, slippied my mind.
Get out of
here. Somehow that's something that completely slipped my mind now is like a multiplayer online Star Fox game, like a dogfight Star Fox. Like, I don't know how that evaded me.
And Star Fox versus Star Wolf is like such a perfect like setup for that.
Yeah, it looks so fun. I hope that there's like a good amount of content for the online play, but either way, having it at all is, I mean, I think a lot of people have been waiting for that with Star Fox. I think that's one of the most exciting things.
If Nate the Hate is to be believed, which he gave us a pretty damn good reason to believe him, he says Nintendo is wanting to make this another one of their tentpole online games like Splatoon or Mario Kart or even Smash. So if they want to do that, I hope there's a little bit more than what we saw.
Yeah, mention there's like a rank system or something. That'd be so cool.
What we did see looks pretty fun.
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
Just some fun to have with friends, like if nothing more than that.
Okay, so I say we get into the meat and potatoes though of this discussion. What does this new Star Fox 64 remake mean for the future of Star Fox?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. That was such a dramatic everything, which is, I mean, it's fitting.
Because my initial reaction whenever I saw they were remaking Star Fox 64, initially I was annoyed. I think as are a lot of people, and I 100% see why people are annoyed, because we already had, like, Star Fox 64 was already kind of a retelling of the first Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. You had Star Fox 64 remade on a 3DS. You had Star Fox Zero being like a reimagining of Star Fox 64. It's like it's the Lilat Wars is already a storyline that we've seen before, right?
Oh yeah.
That part of my brain was like the Star Fox 64 is already like a masterpiece. Star Fox 64 3D is already a really good remake of said masterpiece. It's like we don't need another one.
If you want to be really granular, Star Fox 64 is a retelling of the original Star Fox.
That's what I said, Donovan.
Oh, hold on. I have dementia. You can keep that in.
I'm so confident I said that.
You did, actually.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Ivan is better than SF. Thank you for that. No, I'm joking.
No.
I love you,
already
SF.
stuck my foot in
I don't mean that. I love you both equally. Okay, what I was saying is that we've already seen like the Lilat Wars, done before. But then the more I thought about it, the fact that they're simply just calling us Star Fox and they're branding it so intently alongside its usage in the Mario Galaxy movie, it's really making me think, and I'm not the first person to say this, but it feels like this is meant to be a reboot of the franchise and for there to be another game in a few years that is like the real next step.
Yeah.
Because the thing with 64 is because it's such a good game, it is a really good way for modern gamers to be able to experience what made the original game so good with the level design, with the character dialogue, the quirkiness of the voice acting, all of that kind of stuff. If they maintain all of that, which I have faith that they will, alongside a gorgeous graphical overhaul, I think that this is actually a good move, assuming that is what they're doing. Now, if this is literally just Star Fox 64 again, and then we have no plan for the next, like we're just doing this just because, different story. But it looks like they're trying to like egg their way into a progression with the series, with this being the starting point. If that is the case, I 100% am on board, because I mean 64 is a great game. So
much of this story is like unwritten. Like we haven't played the game. We don't really know completely what it's going to be like, and we don't know what it means for the future of the franchise. We can speculate and hope. I'll just really quickly give like a really brief overview of like my overall feelings of it.
Sure.
I think if the plan is to reboot the franchise, a remake of Star Fox 64 makes complete sense. And I know it's only a point of contention because it's been done so many times. If you take those other games out of the picture, this is a genius move.
I just had a funny thought. The next game in the Star Fox series is a remake of Assault.
Yeah. Now, is this the open-ended space simulator exploration game with like bounty hunts and stuff that I dreamed about? No, it's not. But maybe in order for us to get that, we got to go back to Star Fox 64.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the more I've thought about it, I'm more open to hopefully what this means for the future of the series.
I also think that people are underestimating just how different this will be from Star Fox 64. Like, just looking at the completely overhauled story, I can't remember the last Nintendo game that had like really involved like cinematics and character arcs and a through line of a plot. You'd have to go back to like, I mean, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but
which Breath of the Wild's a really good game. So that's
with a completely expertly told story that has no narrative flaws whatsoever.
I think with this new reboot, I think it's a really good idea, mainly because 90% of my friends have never played Star Fox 64, so this is just a brand new game to them. Remake or not, it's still a brand new thing to these people. Yeah. In my mind, at one point, I was thinking, this is not the greatest news, because I kind of equated this to the Halo situation, because though Halo isn't as in a dire situation as Star Fox is, Halo right now, its most recent game, or the game that's going to release, is a remake of the first game, much like Star Fox. And this is kind of a new beginning for the newly renamed Halo Studios, but like, it makes you think the future of the series depends on a remake going backwards to better times. That's the situation Halo's in right now, and it kind of feels a little bit sad. And I kind of feel the same way about Star Fox, where like, it has to go backwards in order to chart a new beginning. But from what I've seen of this remake, it looks really solid. It looks like it's getting the Resident Evil remake treatment.
It looks like the best remake possible. And that may age horribly when we get our hands on the game and it's a piece of trash. But just from what we've seen, if we're going to get a remake, this looks pretty fire.
Those new story elements could be utterly terrible. But from what I've seen, it looks like it's being super faithful while adding on and fleshing out content that was already there to make this the definitive Star Fox experience.
That's a really good way to put it.
That's probably the best way a remake can be. It's not going the Final Fantasy remake way where it's trying to tell a brand new story, and it's not trying to be this gritty reimagining like I don't know, Michael Bay's Transformers. It's like the Resident Evil remakes where it's super faithful yet fleshing out so much. Some people may consider it to be the better way to play Star Fox.
It may end up being that way. And the video I'm working on right now is like the complete story of Star Fox 64 and stitching all the levels together and like filling in the gaps. And there is so much potential there. And so for this new game to be kind of focusing on that and like taking the structure of Star Fox 64 and expanding its scope, putting a focus on the characters, the storylines, and the world and universe, I think that's a really good sign.
I just hope the writer from Metroid Prime 4 Beyond did not write this game. I swear to God, if those story cutscenes are the most generic, cheesy, just whatever story pieces, I'm gonna be so disappointed. And if I hear reviews saying that, I might not get the game, low key.
So wait, no, Donovan. What I want, okay. Here, whether I purchase this game is contingent on this. I want, whenever we reach Andross and Venom, I want Fox. Like I want the R-Wing to turn around. And you see Andross behind Fox, and Fox is like giving a whole monologue about how they need to stop, like they need to get the upper hand on Andross and like flank him or something. And then he goes like, "He's right behind me, isn't he?"
The image of him turning his R-Wing around to talk to his friends is hilarious. Before we get too far removed from it, Donovan, yet again, you keep the streak going. We have never had a conversation in which you do not mention Michael Bay's Transformers.
Yeah, even off air, I've noticed that every single time. I mean, Donovan does it a lot, but especially with Ivan in particular. Like, he's always brings up.
I just got it.
But the thing is that was a totally apt example to use, so I can't even be mad about it.
No, it gets actually impressive. Like he's good at like.
I'm locked in.
Oh, okay. How can I tie Transformers into this?
How can I make this about Michael Bay? I don't.
Also, just to give the listener some visual, so like my apartment's really hot right now. It's like I am totally shirtless. Right
Me too. I'm burning up because I had to turn my air conditioner.
Let me join the crew really quick.
Yeah, we don't have webcams on the show, so you'll have to use your imagination, I guess. I don't know.
So we're starting an OF.
The special hour OF.
It's gonna be special, all right. So, anyways, Star Fox.
I'm trying to think. Are there? I just really want them to add a lot of quippy dialogue for Fox. I want Fox to be talking like how Tony Stark talks in Avengers. Like
I want Falco to be an asshole. I want to hate him.
No, but Donovan. But now I don't know if they can really make Falco an asshole with him looking like that. Like, I'm sorry, because ideally I wanted Falco to be a dick. You know, I wanted him to be like, wow, nice aiming, Fox, or something like that.
Yeah, I love that.
But like now, if his fuck ass appears on my screen saying some shit like that, I'm gonna be like, go fuck yourself.
Like, look in a mirror, dipshit.
It will be really funny if they maintain the exact same, like, you know, humor and snarkiness of Falco with his new redesign. It would be really funny. Like him hunched over the computer, like very, very, very smart Fox. Like some shit like that. It'd be really funny.
I can't let you do that, Star Fox.
I guess to like wrap up my thoughts on it, it's like you couldn't write a better joke than a fifth retelling of the Lilac Wars in 2026. But I think what I've been thinking is like, at this point, what would they follow up? Assault was 20 years ago. Command is weird. Star Fox Zero was terrible.
Star Fox Zero is a zero.
I was gonna say one thing that would be fun. I'm not saying maybe not because they're incorporating online into this game, but like imagine a Star Fox is like modeled after Splatoon, where like online is the core of the game. Like that, dude, that would be crazy.
It would be interesting.
Maybe not as the next game, because I think it would be good to have like a new story to follow.
Yeah.
So like that would be
instead of ideal. Shooting ink, you're shooting lasers and disintegrating people.
Well, I didn't mean literally like turf wars like in Splatoon. I just meant like an online game. But
I guess they I'm not saying they couldn't do a sequel to the old Star Fox 64 trilogy. I just think that we're a little bit removed from that. People who are fans of those games are not mainstream audiences, right? That's not going to be what revitalizes the series, a sequel to a 20-year-old game. And yeah, they could do something new, do a new story. Maybe they should have done that. Maybe I'm just talking out my rear end, but Star Fox 64 is already such a good game. So like if you want a really good starting point for your new Star Fox series.
Yeah, this is it. You got your starting point. I mean, it's like what would they do with the next game? I keep seeing tweets of people being like, it'd be really cool for Star Fox to go open world.
Stop. Stop right there.
Well, if people want that, they can play Starlink.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. The Toys to Life thing. I think that's what this game is missing, honestly.
No, on a real note, I think it would be cool to, like, they could keep the same, like, maybe not the exact same gameplay, obviously, and the same level design tropes, but make it like an on-rail shooter, but completely overhaul the environments and the story, like, for the sequel. In my opinion, that would be. I just want something new.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, like Ivan put it beautifully. It's like 64 is a masterpiece. Like, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, we're getting a really damn good game. I'm hoping they do it justice. If they it'd be really funny if it comes out and it's just shit. Like, imagine the prologue like introduces this like plot hole that ruins the whole fucking story. Like, that'd be awesome.
I will be waiting for reviews until I actually commit to purchasing.
I will send you a detailed report as soon as I pick up my pre-order.
I'll just ask you, who needs IGN?
How about this? We'll have Ivan on after the game actually comes out, and we'll have a follow-up episode to this where we talk about the actual episode.
There is one concern that I just realized.
Oh, okay. What's your concern, Donovan?
A lot of gamers today, quote-unquote gamers, they value long experiences. And Star Fox 64 can be beaten in 1 hour. Now, I know it's meant to be replayed multiple times, but a lot of people just do a one and done of a game, and that might concern a lot of people.
Yeah, I have 2 points to that. If it's like a one-to-one to Star Fox 64 with the same routes or everything, there are 25 different routes, 16 different levels. So yeah, obviously there's the replayability thing because you won't be able to experience all of it in one playthrough. Second of all, I think Nintendo is conscious of that with the price point that they've chosen. It's $50. I think they are trying to welcome as many people in, and they understand it's a remake of a 30-year-old game. It can, like you said, be beaten in an hour if you're really speeding through it. So it's a budget title.
Well, and I don't agree with the idea that the quality of a game is contingent on how long the game is.
I don't agree with that. It's just...
I'm not saying you agree with it. I'm just saying I don't like that philosophy. I mean, one of the best games of all time is Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. That game's also short as fuck. Like, I mean, there's plenty of, I mean, obviously in the modern day, games tend to be longer. I think it's like, there's nothing wrong with the game being longer or shorter. It comes down to, like you were saying, things like replayability, price, all that kind of stuff. Star Fox 64 is a very replayable game. So
also, if, like you said, they're really trying to pivot hard into like the multiplayer aspect, if they, maybe, what they showed did look kind of limited, if you ask me, but that is something to keep your interest. I mean, if you just really love it and they give it the attention it deserves. This could be the shot in the arm Star Fox needs, or it could be like the final tombstone, like the thing.
Oh yeah, if this game fails, goodbye Star Fox.
I honestly don't think the game will fail.
I think in pre-orders alone, it's already going to outsell the Star Fox Zero.
This is like the first time I've seen this much conversation about Star Fox online, like, ever. So I think, like, hype is there. Obviously, there's a lot of concern. Most of that concern is with the small demographic of people that were already like massive Star Fox fans in the first place, and a lot of those people that are bitching about the game are probably going to still buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's a good point.
I think the game is going to end up doing well probably. I don't know if it's going to be a roaring success or anything, but I don't think it'll be a cataclysmic failure that's going to kill the series.
If I could parting message to your subscribers and your listeners, I need you to set aside all concern for your financial needs and responsible living and buy as many copies of this game as you can so that we can get another one someday.
My parting thought is...
Are we doing parting thoughts now?
Yeah, that's a new segment now. Since this kind of confirms a lot of leaks, and a lot of leaks have already been confirmed, if this is the precedent for a Nintendo remake, is the Ocarina of Time remake going to be the second coming of Christ?
I'm still choosing just not to believe that that's real because it just doesn't make sense to my brain.
I think it's like all but confirmed now.
What would you even do? How would you approach that project? Like, you would just be making a new Zelda game.
Well, I know money, obviously, but like, there's other Zelda games they could remake that haven't already been remade.
Yeah.
But okay, this is getting into a whole other can. Yeah, this is a whole other can of worms. So I don't want to turn this episode into a 5-hour long podcast. All right, so I do think it would be cool though to have, if you're down, Ivan, to have you come back on after Star Fox comes out and we can divulge into our thoughts, and Donovan can sit in the corner the whole time and revel in his inability to support the franchise. Ivan, if the people enjoyed your voice or the things you had to say, where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me at IvanAvi on YouTube. I think my handle is IvanAvi123, but I have achieved enough success that when you Google IvanAvi, my channel is the one that comes up. So it's pretty easy. I'm working on a Star Fox video that I hope to have out this month.
And are you on any other platforms as well?
I am not on any other platforms, but I do have a Discord.
Well, that is a fucking platform.
Okay, all right, I have a Discord.
I feel like I've talked to Ivan enough times now to where he's just fully unlocked my sarcastic personality. Donovan, where can the people find you?
I guess I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, DonovanDud. I will be making videos again. Reviewing some stuff. Probably reviewing Tomodachi Life soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm also on Discord, the Nintendo Boys. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. Where can the people find Mr. Dean?
So that you can find me on YouTube, MrDean44. I do Nintendo videos and stuff like that. I do short form on Instagram and TikTok. Although as of right now, the short form is mainly just like clips from my longer videos. But maybe I'll start doing like exclusive short. We'll see. I don't know. I'm also on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Discord. Bye.
Bye.
Ivan, this is...
goodbye.
Yeah.